Good evening, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Scoreboard here on our television network. It's always a pleasure to be in your company every Tuesday in the hours of 8 to 9, where we give you something relevant in sports. And today we're going to be talking cricket. But before we start our proceedings here, I want to say condolences to Gregory David, the Rust Peck, one of my close football comrades who we discuss football from time to time. Passed away over the last week. I mean, it's a condolences to his family. Gregory was a very outstanding footballer. The prominence that he would have loved to make it, but we had a chat recently, and he was giving me the experience of what had happened and why he didn't really, climb that higher ladder. But nevertheless, condolences to the family, and we wish them, comfort in this time of grief. As we say in here, we talk in cricket, and sometimes we don't always have things in West Indies cricket to celebrate, but I guess this time around, we tried it in 2004 under Dinesh Ramdin, but we made the finals but lost to Pakistan. But in 2016 we did it, and we did it in convincing style. After starting the tournament by losing to England, and then when that unfortunate or fortunate result with Zimbabwe, but nevertheless we're going to discuss the tournament and the exciting parts, and we want to say publicly congratulations to the entire under-19 West Indies team. But we have two Trinidadians who were on that victorious team, and they are here with us, and we're going to be talking with them. And we also have the president of the Secondary Schools Cricket League, Surajdat Mahabir.
That's right.
And we want to welcome you guys to Acts 25.
Thanks.
And a special congratulations again to you all. Now, everybody is seeing the victory and what you all did, but nobody knew what it took for you all to reach and to be selected on the West Indies team. And it goes to show that the Secondary School Cricket League is doing something good, because you all came through that ranks. Mr. Mahabir, now as you're seated here, being president of the secondary schools and seeing Cricket League and seeing these two guys, made it, what's your feelings?
Well, first of all, good night to all of the viewers of ACT TV. It's wonderful to be with you here tonight, George. Mm-hmm. Congratulations to the entire West Indies team that participated in that tournament. They have brought joy to the West Indies. It's a long time since we have celebrated cricket-wise. We have won tournaments here and there, like the T20 and so on, but it's nice that the youngsters could lead us that way, and hopefully it's the start of things to come, changes in West Indies cricket. Secondary Schools Cricket League plays a pivotal role in the development of all young cricketers. They all pass through the league at some time or the other. You go through the history. We are 54 years old this year, and all the youngsters, all the former cricketers would have passed through secondary school at some time. And before I move on though, right now we are sponsored by PowerGen, and I want to say especially thanks to PowerGen. This is the 20th consecutive year that PowerGen is sponsoring Secondary Schools Cricket League. It's an amazing feat that one company could stay so long an organization, especially where it's developmental. Anyone will tell you when it's developmental, you don't get people willing to put their money into it because there's no immediate returns. And it's easy to come in and tap on a CPL and you splash your money and you see yourself across the TV and so on. But for stay with 20 years, and it's not only post-secondary school, they were also sponsors of the board's development program at one time. So I want to say special thanks to PowerGen and these two young men here. There for PowerGen to boast about that they have had a role in their development and into the success of West Indies cricket, because the Bravos, the Darangangas, everyone, they have all passed through the Secondary Schools Cricket League at some time. That's where they get their grounding. For example, even these two young men. Jid, first of all, his first real breakthrough came when he went on a tour to England with a PowerGen Secondary Schools Cricket League team in what year was it? 2011? 2011 as it was an under 14 team. Jid was in that team. And he will tell you that before that, well, he didn't make the under 15, unfortunately, that year. But in that tournament, he went, and that's where his big success started, because he was also the MVP at that tournament.
Okay.
He really showed a different Jid goalie at that tournament. He was out of there and really stepped up in class. And Christian will tell you that his big claim to fame started when he scored how much? 400? 404 in a secondary school.
I remember that game. I remember that game because
that week
they started to align him with Lara and call Lara. Yeah.
So he made 400 and he made a double 100 and a 194. That same week. So secondary school gave them the opportunity to play and to make the breakthrough, and they never looked back from there.
Okay. Let me start with Kirsten, right? You Khalid Sharon, now that's a big name, eh? That's a big name. But on the other hand, when looking at you, you have a build like Chandrapur, that kind of small thing. But let's talk about cricket in general. You know, how you got into the sport, what are some of the motivations that you use to take you, to this level?
Well, firstly, good night. It all began in the coaching clinic in the cricket center when I was about 5 or 6, I couldn't remember. But yeah, it all started there, going and just playing for fun. And at the end of that camp, because it was summer camp, at the end of that summer camp, I got 3 trophies. Can't remember what they were for, but I think it was 1 for 1 the outstanding player at the summer camp. And then it all started at Comets when I was 9, playing cricket at the B team for Comets. So I started with Coach Rampart. He helped me through a lot in my skills. And from there I kept liking the game more and more. And then eventually got into secondary school, and then it helped me a lot from Form 1, Form 2, and Form 3 and Form 4. So most of my development was with Comets, where I started, and mostly secondary school.
What it was like for you when you scored a 400 and then you come and you scored the 195, and people started to, that's when I first, got the name stuck with me then, What was that like? Because I think you might be the only person, the only college student that have that record right now.
Yeah. But it all started when I made in 2014, when I made 194 at the age of 13, and then after in 2015 I made 404 and 200.
Was that not out or?
Yeah, both was not out. But I got out only 194.
Okay.
Well, it was just basically I just enjoy the cricket. Just put pressure on myself and just go there and just do what I have to do. I took my chances and I believe in myself, and once I did that and I continued enjoying it, I came out successful at the end.
Okay. Now, I know you long time now, and I know your father behind you a long time, he must be sorry he can't make a West Indies team. But nevertheless, you get the credit because I know he played a major part in your cricketing career. How did it all start for you?
So I have about 3-4 years, I held my first bat. From it all started, me and my dad go on training. That's every Sunday morning, get up early, go on train. He pushed me every time. I know a few ups and downs. I was a crying thing. I said, Dad, I get vexed when I play the shot and stuff. He said, just relax and stay calm. Me and my dad, well, we have a good relationship together. Off the field with his father and son, on the field, he's my coach. We take everything serious. And from there, pushing me from there. It's been a great achievement for me and my dad. I was going to be a world-class player, and from there we still going up to that level. Making the West Indies under 19 team was a great achievement. I joined the camp when I was in Jamaica, and from there everything that started for me. I got selected in Grenada camp as well to go and play the team, and from there the World Cup was just a great effect, everything.
Mr. Mabia, right now in West Indies cricket there is never a dull moment. There is always something. But this victory now, what do you think this victory is really meant, for West Indies cricket? Because when you look at the team, we see it's a good team, an all-round team. We're seeing some guys fast bowling that we know with the proper guidance, these guys could, bring us back to some sort of, thing. But what do you think that this victory will do for West Indies cricket right now?
That depends on what the West Indies Cricket Board decide to do. Locally, Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board can buy into it by assisting these two youngsters and providing opportunities for them with the others too, because we had, when that squad wasn't changed, in training we had Amir Django, who was there before and then unfortunately didn't get runs in the regional tournament when he left out. We had Akil Sital, who was in the, and didn't make the final cut. We had Anderson Phillip, who was one of the best fast bowlers in the under-19 tournament, and I'm the manager of the Trinidad team, and everybody's shocked he was not even in the training squad. So in Trinidad we have talent that we can work with, likewise in the other territories, but it depends on what the West Indies Cricket Board decide to do, because we have had successes in the past and we allow it to go. We never brought the team together. Like Mr. Basharat called recently, the president of the local cricket board, to try and keep the team together. It's something they can look at, probably groom them, take them on a under 21 tour, under 23 tour, and as you move up you'll get guys who drop out, guys who come in, but you'll maintain a nucleus. And let me tell you how it operates. For example, that same tour that I mentioned that Jid went to England in 2011, 10 or 11 of those players were part of the Trinidad and Tobago under 17 team that won the regional title 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So it shows that if you keep them together, you work with them, you provide the opportunities, they're going to improve and bring benefits.
No, but that is something we don't see, because similar in football.
Right.
We see a young under 17 or under 20 team goes to a tournament, they do well, yes, and they come back and they're just disbanded. And when when you look wanted an advanced age limit, now you're going out again and looking for new guys.
Right. So we need to find some measure of keeping them together, of working with them, of providing opportunities, having regular camps. Just as they had when they were preparing to go. You call them together once a year and you have a camp somewhere in one of the Caribbean territories. As I say, you provide opportunities, let them go on youth tours. You know, they could travel to Australia, South Africa on tournaments. So you keep them together. And as I said, there will be some who will drop out sometime, new one will come in, because you'll have talent as you go about, you discover new talent. But you keep a nucleus, and then you build on that, because for West Indies cricket to get back on top, it needs a lot of work, another thought, another effort. As I say, we always in the news for the wrong thing. Right now, very soon we'll not have a West Indies Cricket Board, because the regional leaders have decided to go to court. So you don't know where we might go. But at least if we could work with the younger players and look to build over a period of time, rather than try to work with those that we have, some of whom are definitely not interested in playing in our regional tournaments. They are more after more lucrative tournaments where they can earn income at a greater level. And what we miss most of all is that pride of playing for West Indies. And I think these guys showed it in the tournament. They really showed that pride, a really commitment. And that is something that we have to maintain. If we can maintain that commitment, that pride of having represented West Indies and not just look at the money aspect of it, then we can see some changes.
When you reflect back now on the tournament, did you for any strange reason had that belief that West Indies would have won that tournament?
Of course, not when we lost the first 3 practice games against Bangladesh. At that stage, everybody was wondering what really going on here. I mean, three defeats to Bangladesh, one after the next, then we lose to England, but then you saw a different team as we move along. I mean, unfortunately, they run out helpless, but at the end of the day, Judge, if I were to walk outside there and I see a guy stealing my car, I'll say, hey, wait, don't thief my car. No, the guy was thieving a single. And if on the other hand, the bowler had to run and cross and step on the line, right? It would have been a no ball, right? And would have lost the game. But you decide to steal a single, and then I must stop and tell you, wait, don't steal a single, next time I'll run you out. The law says that you had to stay behind the line. He broke the law, he got run out. We win. That's plain and simple.
I really wanted somebody to clarify that for me, because you were hearing things, but I listened to Ian Bishop, and he said, that it's fair, right?
Yeah, that's right. Like, okay, I think it's yesterday, I had a T20 game, I think, yesterday, and I happened to watch a piece of it, and the guy was backing up, and he backed up too far, and the bowler just got his little finger to the ball, it went back and hit the stump, he all run out. The same scenario, he broke the crease too early. So it's fair.
Gentlemen, let me get back to you and let me find out now that, okay, you all went 3 practice games. First game in the tournament against England, you all lost. So that's 4 games, right? What was the mood like around that time? Were you all, how confident were you all? What was it like?
I mean, for the first 3 games, it was pretty tough. The guys, after losing the 3 games, everybody was disappointed and down. me and Kali was just like, we gotta keep the fellas up, let's keep supporting the guys. Going to the England game, everybody was more confident, backing ourselves to go and play good cricket. We went to it with a good mindset. In the end, we didn't come out victorious, but that didn't set us back, throw us back. We just had to keep a good mindset. The coach just said us keep us calm and focused, and from there, I think the winning streak started from there, and then went to the tournament and win the tournament.
Now, when I look back at the games, it's like, like you all were one. I mean, the feeling, the way you all won in the field, you saw something with that team that you really haven't seen in West Indies cricket for a long time. Okay, you will see maybe, good bowling or good innings, but then on the field you mightn't see, but all around cricket, I think it was one game, I think was against, I can't remember who it was that you all dropped, I think 2 catches or something like that. Zimbabwe. Yeah, right. But other than that, and you were seeing a connection with the guys on the field. Yeah, understand? How that didn't come about just like that. How did you all, like, off the field? What was it like off the field?
Well, from the 3 practice games, we learned a lot. The conditions, we get accustomed to the conditions, and especially we trained a lot, and we was getting ourselves prepared. So getting enough experience going into we play a game against South Africa and
Scotland.
And we beat Scotland very bad, and South Africa we tied. So we was going into the competition with a great feeling that we was hyped and ready for the competition. So the feeling, the guys were disappointed and you want to. It happened. Drop catches happened. We misfield some balls, but they were not. They didn't let them bring them down. They let them make them higher and carry them up. Especially building confidence into themselves and going to the competition, especially once that Zimbabwe game brought us from down to on top because a lot of confidence in ourselves. I know once we got through that game against Pakistan, I know we are going right through because we believed in ourselves.
No, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India. I mean, Bangladesh, one might say okay, yeah, but Pakistan and England, and Pakistan and India, they're no easy teams to beat, right?
Especially in their territory.
Yeah, with the conditions and everything, right? You'll swept past those teams like that. I think one of the game you end up 26 not outs when you had the innings with Paul.
Pakistan.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was 7 wicket down or something like that.
5.
5, right? Now, take me through some of the moments. Let's start with the Pakistan game first. Yeah, let's talk about that. What was the mood like in that game before and during the game?
I mean, after the start we got off, it was a brilliant start. The 2 pacers gave us a good start. Actually, the pacers on the whole gave us a good start, getting 5 early wickets. That kind of put the Pakistan team on the back foot. The guys in between, I didn't really bowl much that game. The spinners didn't have a big part to play, really. The pacers did a good job. With the batter thing, we got after a pretty good start. The 2 openers gave us a solid start from there. I think we lost a couple wickets in the middle there. That kind of set us back a little bit because the guys was under a little pressure. With me, and I think it was me and Springer, we had a partnership at first. I think our job was to stay there and just to bring home the runs. Unfortunately, Springer lost his wicket. Me and Kim was just, I think he had an in. And just as I say, no quick singles, just back ourselves. No big shots really to call for. Just take our time and we'll get it at the end of the game. With the Bangladesh game, well, it was a 10,000 against one team because nobody was supporting us. The Bangladesh team and the crowd, everybody was supporting the Bangladesh team. I was going to say a big thanks to the Kalichan family for their supporting us. Going to the Bangladesh team, the night before we had a team meeting saying that that we can't really go out there and lose this game again. It will be a setback because they beat us 3 times in the practice game and we can't let that happen again. So we went out there with a positive mindset, got off a brilliant start with the Pacers as well. Coming on here, Springer did a fantastic job, the Springer role. Everybody excited. When he hit the winning runs there, that just bring a joy to everybody. Beating Bangladesh is a great feeling. Some people share tears as well, but it was a great feeling in the end.
But did you all at any time feel that you all could beat India? Because India coming into the finals was unbeaten, right? And they won their games by huge margins, right? Were you all confident that you could beat this team, or you all said, well, look, we're going to go in there and just do our best?
I think after the first game, our confidence went up sky high. I think we can beat everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, going to the India game, the guys, I think they came a little too much relaxed. They thought they could just overcome us and just beat us easy, but in the end, we should have not way easy. We're going to take the trophy home and we could beat everybody. Yeah.
especially after the game against Bangladesh.
Yeah.
We had a lot of confidence going into the finals. So,
You mean after the 10,000 people
Yeah.
are still hearing
Yeah,
your dad
yeah.
and they're making noise over the
Yeah.
10,000?
yeah, that's right. That gave us confidence.
Now, when you reflect back now, what was the experience like for you? What did you take out of this whole experience that now that it's over, you're going to use it to really develop your cricket? What's the one thing that you're going to take out of that success and use, to further your cricket career?
Well, it's not really one thing. It's a lot of things that I learned. Being the youngest player there.
You were the
Yeah. And being around the guys. Being around the guys from all the camps, so then the Easter camp, the Jamaica camp, and the Grenada camp. So being around the guys, bonding with them, getting to learn a lot, especially from the fast bowlers, experiencing faster bowlers around the on the other side of the world. And Azari Joseph, he bring a lot of experience into me and he helped me a lot. You know, my batting, he'll be there for me, and especially captain. He always any pressure, he was always say stay calm and relax yourself, because he's a great batsman, and I was follow him sometimes as a role model. So it's like a great experience being around there, and especially around next side of the world, meeting new players, and so I get to learn a lot from other players, talking to them, and just having a conversation.
But now, at the end of the tournament, if you look back, what area of your game would you say that you need to, do some little extra work that,
Well, batting, patience, get a little more patience.
You will make 800 runs there?
And having a little more patience in the batting, because when cricket getting harder as higher you go.
Yeah.
So trying to get more patience, you get less bad balls. So you have to make use of it, and the good balls you take your time on. Especially my bowling, I like to practice a lot more my bowling and learn, get the googly much better, and just keep on practicing the basics and keep on getting better at it.
Right. What about you? What you have gathered out of this whole?
I think I learned a lot during the camp in Jamaica as well. Training my mental, my batting, my bowling, my fielding as well. Going to the World Cup, I think I was ready, full prepared. I mean, we're still doing a lot of work on my mental to keep ourselves more calm and focused. I think after the coaches as well as and the captain told us to stay calm, remain focused, and from there everybody was there, keep calm. I think I learned a lot from the coaches. My batting improving as well, my bowling, my fielding, everything has improved.
Now that everything is over now, and I mean you're still basking in the glory, right? But you have to focus now, right? Along what directions would you all like to see a career, head now?
Well, firstly, club cricket and school cricket. I like to dominate. So I have 3 more games. I like to dominate in those 3 games in my secondary school cricket at 19 level. And from there, we club cricket after. Looking to play for my first team, Queen's Park. And just looking to dominate from there and just continue learning.
For me, I go back to the pitch, go back to the net. Me and my dad going down and working in the net as well. I think I have school cricket as well to play. Even if I have a boxer study as well, because next 2 months I ride in CXC. So I work out being both on the field and off the field. Go back to club cricket as well. I think I started this week against Tableland, so I'm going to get some runs from there and take just the competition.
Talking about school, how do you all mix the academics with the sport of cricket? Because, I mean, the two have to go together, because the worst thing that happens is to have an uneducated cricketer. Because after cricket, your career comes to an end. There is still life, Let me start with you. How do you mix the both?
I mean, well, it's pretty tough to handle the both as well, to maintain the both. I mean, in a week I have training 3 days of the week, plus I have school and lessons, plus on weekends I have games as well, so it's pretty tough. I mean, I get help from my parents, my little sister sometimes, my dad, my mom, teachers at school as well help me. I give my past papers to do, so a lot of work to be done there. Even lessons, I take lessons, and everything is just, I try to do my best as I can do and come up with good grades.
Do you think enough is done on the teacher's side? And why I ask that question is because, okay, for instance, you all missed a lot of school, right?
Yeah.
Are they going to, take that time now to, assist you all for the time that was missed? Do the teachers, assist you all? Because, I mean, missing school for a period of time
Yeah.
is a lot of work. So how are the teachers willing to, assist you all, or you just, have to do it on your own?
Well, firstly, I attend Vision Boys Hindu College. My first year was back to school for the year was today. Yeah. I didn't go since because I was in tournament.
Yeah.
So they show a lot of appreciation, and they show a lot.
Well, you miss a lot of work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot.
that's going to be tough now. How you intend to, and you still have to play cricket.
Yep.
So how you going to catch up with the
School.
time you lost there? And
Well, they from way before, since I started going to the school, they helped me a lot because I've been playing a lot of cricket for them already.
Okay.
So when I miss school, they always give me back the work. Teachers will come to me and ask me if I need it, what I need help with, and especially today, a few teachers came to me after class. I was like, if you need any help, just check me in the office. They will have work prepared for me and giving me to carry home, to keep learning on what I missed, and because it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough, but that
was happening all the time. It's happening now because you have a goal medal on your neck.
Yeah.
All right, that's
No,
all.
it's happening all the time, yeah.
Okay.
But they're showing a little more appreciation by letting one-on-ones, a lot of one-on-ones, and especially I have a tutoring at home when I get a chance. I'm taking lessons outside, but taking lessons at home. So when I get a chance and I have free time, I'll take tutoring at home.
I think, George, generally you find that teachers are willing to assist students who participate in sports, not just cricket. They go the extra mile for them once the student is willing to work. It's a matter of how you marry it to. We always tell them that education comes first, sports is secondary, because you can get an injury tomorrow and you're out of it. But if you have your education, that's there forever. And we have a number of examples of people who have married both and done excellent. So in secondary schools cricket, we try to reach out to them, we help them. I can tell you that right now we have started giving free lessons since last year to students who participate in cricket, and we have extended to football as well.
Okay, that's good.
And we give free maths and English lessons on afternoons, so there's students who miss classes or participate in sports, they have the opportunity to avail themselves to those lessons.
That's once they are willing to.
Yeah, we can't force them to go. We have it available, and it's up to them to take up the offer. And as I said, we have sometimes not from the same school, there are teachers from other school who assist students in other schools who are participating in sports and willing to help and help them go the mile and make sure that they don't miss out. So we do ensure that in some way that they receive back. And again, it's up to the parents to make sure that they go the mile. Like, for example, now that these guys are back, they have to realize that, okay, I missed so much school. Yes, I want to play club cricket, I want to play, so but I have to just mash my bricks a little bit and make some sacrifices with the club cricket and make sure that they catch up back on the schoolwork. They can always catch up back on the cricket once they keep practicing. So it's how you manage your time, really. One thing I want to add, though, is something that is common in both these guys, and I think this needs to be mentioned, is that both of them have very caring parents. I doubt Jid's parents have missed a single game that he have played in Trinidad and Tobago, probably. And Christian, his mom probably missed some away, but I doubt his dad ever missed any. So that's a common trend in both.
Well,
and it shows you that the commitment.
You
know that their parents are there with them and willing to assist and go the extra mile and make sure that everything is there. And I also want to mention that while we have two guys here, it's actually three Trinidadians who were involved in the tournament. Dinesh Mahabir, who was the statistician, but he's ill. So we actually have three Trinidadians in the squad.
What was his role actually?
Analyst. To pick up footage of the game that played to help us in our game to come. Like their mistakes and those kind of things.
Help them to identify mistakes they may have. Look at probably if you get videos of the other team, identify problems that they may have that we can capitalize on. It's a big part of the game now.
So really, he played a major part.
He helped us
in the success of.
Even also on the field as well. He has showdowns as well too. He helped us a big part of it with fielding as well too. So he played a big part up there as well.
When he didn't have to do the analyst work, he used to be on the field with us, helping us bowling, batting,
So it was really an all-round.
Yeah, he helped us a lot all round. Yeah.
Mr. Bobby, I know that you have to leave us midway in this interview. And we're going to be taking a break shortly. Is there any closing comments or anything that you would like to say personally to these guys?
Well, congratulations to both the guys. I mean, they have worked hard. I have been around Jed longer than Kirsten because Jed when he was under 15. I've been coaching along the line, helped him. I was also with Borgen when he played there as coach for a while. So we have been working together for a long while. I know his dad makes a lot of time to spend with him, and that has helped him. So, gentlemen, you got to keep your feet on the floor because that's where it is. You know, if you're not balanced, you're not going to get anything done, right? And it's how hard you go from here, how hard you want to work. What we have seen in the past, a lot of people with talent, they have reached a certain level and then they level off and they don't move on, especially when you reach the age like these guys, and then the girls come into the picture and then the focus change and we begin to look at other things and we more focused with taking a selfie and how nice we looking and to watch the ball.
No, you're correct.
They had to realize where the focus is and how they can move on. They have the support, as I said, of the parents. They have the support of secondary school. They have the support of the cricket board. We are hoping that the West Indies board come on stream, and once they avail themselves to the opportunities which will be there, they play for Kirsten is with Queen's Park, Jed is with Clark Road, two excellent local teams. And both have, you know, good personnel with them, coaches and managers and otherwise people at the top who will help them. So it's how hard they want to work, how focused they remain, and the world is open to them.
Well, we need to take a break, but before I do, let me just say thank you very much.
Thanks very much
you
for
came
being
here
here.
at a very short notice. And let me thank you, and let me thank you for the work that your the secondary school cricket league is doing, and especially now that the success of these two guys and many more that will come. Because we need to take a short break. When we return, we're going to be talking to the two guys who will remain on set with us, and we'll talk to maybe two of their relatives here who will share their experience and the sacrifices that they have made. Because I mean, behind the scenes, you know, you see the success, but behind the scenes there are a lot of sacrifices that is being made from different angles. So stay tuned. We'll be back after the short break. Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back to Scoreboard here on Axe Television Network, and we have the two Trinidadians from the West Indies under 19 here with us still, and we're going to continue our discussion. Kirsten, you played in two games, the Fiji game and the England game, right? What was the result in the Fiji game?
We won against Fiji, and I took two wickets, 6 overs, and 20 runs, 21 runs. I didn't bat that game, just bowled.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you lost to England.
Yeah.
Right? Now, when you look back at well, I know you played some of the warm-up games too.
Yeah.
Right? When you look back at your form, how would you say your form was, going into the tournament?
Well, my form was, especially my bowling, it was great because I got a lot of wickets. I got about 4 or 5 wickets against the Bangladesh games and the game against Scotland and South Africa. So I was pretty confident going into the competition, but that game against England, I had a bad game, all wrong.
Yeah.
And well, I didn't try to take that into consideration, and going into the Fiji game, I built more confidence because having a bad game and going to another game, you don't want to let that bring you down.
Yeah.
So I tried to let that raise me instead of bring me down.
How different was the conditions for you to adapt to, from back here in the Caribbean to Bangladesh?
Well, it was cool. We didn't expect it to be cool, but it was cool. And well, like break with the ball kind of cold, it was not normal. So a different feeling completely. The grip of the ball. I know you're feeling when you deliver the ball. So it's kind of different in the conditions, and especially it was a lot of fog too. So it was in and out. It was kind of, especially for the batting too. It was kind of hard with the fog in and out, and kind of difficult for us.
No, I know during the rest of the games you didn't make the cut, right? But
Yeah.
I want to get your feeling, because that time you have more time to be relaxed, right?
Yeah.
What was your feeling like when you were watching these guys just beating team after team after team?
Well, I said it was okay. It's that I watching, because to be honest with you, the guys were going really good with the fast bowlers. The fast bowlers were doing everything.
Yeah.
Basically, I didn't have a problem watching because Azari Joseph, so opening the bowling, was just great watching him just bowl.
Yeah, boy.
Because
From
the Caribbean, we didn't even know he was so quick.
Yeah, boy.
But when he came out in Bangladesh, it showed him.
Some short pitch.
Some serious shot.
No, I mean, we haven't seen that type of bowling with even the
time.
current West Indies team. We have not seen that kind of pace and those kind of, straight, high, short pitch ball.
Yeah.
And some of the balls I was looking to see if the umpire was going to call it, but,
I think what boosts his confidence, I think it's support from the team as well.
Yeah.
The guys support him right through, and
Yeah.
when his confidence as well, give him the motivation to go there and bowl as quick as he could bowl.
Yeah.
I think me and Kali was just praying and asking for the goal to plus the other batsman.
Yeah.
And I think that the guy was bowling very fast.
Yeah. No, I think the highest score was 26 you made, right, in that game, or
Tournament?
The tournament, not out.
66.
66.
Yeah.
That was in the
Against
Fiji.
Fiji.
the Fiji game,
Yeah.
right? Now, tell me a bit about your form.
I mean, for going to the tournament, I played every game. I mean, I had a good tournament. I didn't get really much wickets though, but my job was just to go there and bowl tight as possible, build up and butter to bowl a bit better. With the Bangladesh game, I think I didn't score really a lot of runs though. I was kind of down as well.
Yeah, I think that was the game you out for 9 or something like that.
No, the Bangladesh series, the 3 games we played.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
true,
I
yeah.
didn't really score as much. I was kind of down and sad, hoping I could go there and build more confidence to go there and score some more runs for my team, help my team win. Went to the competition again. Well, the first game against England, got off to a good start. I didn't carry on. I could have brought to the game for my team, but unfortunately we lost. Against the Fiji game, I just set my clear mind, went into a clear mindset just to go there and back myself and play my normal game. Went there and scored 66 not out. I didn't bowl, Carly took 2 wickets. So we're in there against Pakistan. I had a pretty good knock that game. Unfortunately, well, against the Zimbabwe game, I got run out. Unfortunately, but in the game, we still won the game. Against Pakistan, I had a really good knock. With me and Kim were there, I had a good partnership there with him, brought him the game from my team. With the Bangladesh and India game, I didn't really got off to a pretty good start. I think I got out LBW and caught on bowl. I think it was really 2 of my best games, but the best things were when he hit any winning runs, when the guy hit any winning runs, that made us feel that they were still come on to the tournament when the World Cup.
I mean, we saw, as I was saying in the beginning, we saw the finished product. That's when you all won,
Yeah.
right? But I think it all started for you all in 2014, getting this team ready. What was tell me the sacrifices that you all had to make, because, I mean, everybody will see that you all played and you won, but nobody knows the sacrifice that you all have to make, to reach this point. What are these sacrifices you had to make, to really reach to this point?
Well, just to prepare for the tournament.
Yeah.
Well, to
Because, I
begin.
mean, there are things you had to give up,
Yeah.
right?
Well, to begin with, I wasn't in the camp in December, January, when they played Najiko. Yeah, when they played Najiko, in the Najiko Super 50.
Yeah.
So I guess the guys had making a lot of sacrifice because around Christmas time. So they didn't get much time spent with their family and stuff. But after in Easter, from when school closed till the ending, and when school starting back, they had a camp for 2 weeks. Then to another camp in Jamaica. We had after the regional 19 tournament for a month. Yeah, it was 2 weeks, and then after we had our next camp ran from somewhere in Jamaica to another place. I stayed there for 2 more weeks, so basically a month and a few days. And that's the vacation, summer. And well, in Grenada we had another 2 weeks camp again, preparing for that tournament in December, beginning of December to right before Christmas. So yeah, so a lot of sacrifice made to be prepared for that camp.
For me, my sacrifice started way back. Me and my dad always talk about making this team.
When you made the team, tell me, what was your dad? What was his?
Actually, he was shocked though. He had words to find out.
You were shocked because you made the team?
Well,
Because if you tell me, I would tell you like he didn't know he wasn't coaching properly. Or?
I mean, he had tears in there, tears of
Okay,
joy.
tears of joy.
Tears of
Because I don't want to know when I'm coaching you, I expect you to make the team.
No, so I was my mom and sister as well. Everybody was there.
Your mother was the ball on the place, eh? I know.
Guess I made efforts.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of sacrifice, playing with me and my dad, playing a lot of work. And I also got advice from, the guys who play in the recent tournament like Katwaru and Darren Davis. They gave me some great advice as well, They say, well, making the teams are going to be the greatest feeling. Even to winning the World Cup will be a big part as well. I joined the team in Jamaica. Well, that's what Fortune Islands was there, so I was bonding with the Fortune Islands. After about 3 or 4 days, everybody had to bond together as one. The camp in Grenada, I think was me, Kali, and Sita was there, and three of us was as same thing as well. We was bonding together as well, and everybody was bonding together. And I think we didn't have any rest days. Everything was just training and cricket. So nobody really had something. Even for us, it was a good thing as well. We get a more focus on cricket, our fitness, our batting and bowling, improving every time. So. A lot of sacrifices we made.
Now, let's talk a bit about the finals.
And the best part.
The finals here against India, right. Only reaching the venue, right. Tell me what happened after that.
To be honest, the morning got up for breakfast. Kali here, come on, tell me, we are win this final. I say, why I say that? The night before the final, he had a dream that we will go out there and win the World Cup. And I was on 36 for 9, and one of the guys on my team, Kimo Paul, will drop a catch. And when we check the score, I don't think for 9. The next ball, Kimo dropped the catch.
I remember,
And team made 140 something.
144.
144.
Yeah.
And guys, hey, this is a weak game. We're going to be champion.
But do you all expect, looking at the scores, India made, were you expecting to get them out so cheaply?
We was expecting for them to chase like we were chase like about 2 something. But they are good. Everybody, this guy Safran's guy scored 50 every game, so his team to a good start as well. More with that team was just like amazing job. The guys went out there and bowled life out. Everybody got back in because our big final we had to go there and win. And come up victorious was one of the greatest feelings.
When you all at the end of the innings when you all bowled them, what was the feeling like going into the dressing room when you all had a come out?
Hype up.
Everybody. We all relaxed at the same time, but we can't. No, I cricket to play until the last bowler's bowl. I think the guys just went out there and backed themselves and don't take each bowler light. They go out there and play back to normal game, play positive. I don't know when they run with us kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you all lost some wickets there at
a
crucial time. What was the concern? Well, I should ask you that because you watching from your side.
No, well, I know we didn't have much of a big score, so I know I had confidence in the guys coming along to the end because from the games before, it just keep on improving. Everybody just keep on getting.
That's what I was watching because I was looking at the team that you might get a good start, and if you fall in the middle, there are guys who will come afterwards. And so that's why I was looking at the team how they really came together at crucial times because I think there was a game where you all was I think 77 for 4 or something like that. And I can't remember which game it was.
No, I think it was the first game we lost a couple of wickets early.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And them guys came and they pulled it up. So that's why I say it was really an all-round team. Now, what is your goal that you have set now for cricket? Now you have this as a CV. Now you were on the winning team that won the 2016 World Cup. As I said, in 2004, Dinesh and them team, they lost in the final. You all have that. There's no taking that away from you all. What is your goal now in your career as a cricketer? What do you want to accomplish?
Well, I haven't really set a standard goal yet, but as far as I know, I would like to play back from train under 17 this year again, and under 19. So I'm a club cricketer until nationals. So I'd like to dominate in the national teams, keep on dominating, and have another World Cup in 2018.
I was hoping that time you want to score 501.
Cricket getting tough. Cricket getting harder.
Cricket is getting different, because cricket is coming like football now. There's no one team that is dominating because coaches are going all over the world now, so they it's level. But have you anyway in the back of your mind thinking about West Indies senior team?
Well, yeah, it'll take time. It will take a great amount of time, a great amount of work to do, and it's a great experience. So, and from here, going on to that team, but you wouldn't be there just so. You just have to train a lot and be around the guys, who was there before to help you get there. So.
One thing from the tournament that have you smiling up today, what is that?
The last ball, that was bold.
Yeah.
I knew
Same as well.
Yeah.
What was your whole feeling at the end of the game when that's it? How long did it take to sink in?
It was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. We can sit down with that hype party. I mean, everybody in the room dancing, jumping, the coaches and all jumping.
Nobody can believe it.
You can believe it. I mean, like, we went to the underdogs, nobody was really supporting us. Like Califada and company commentators.
I really thought all of that get extended because when the tournament started, I didn't expect.
To be honest, me and Kali was very kind of down and sad. The guys out there playing. Some of the guys play first class cricket, so they have an experience coming this tournament.
But you was the man who dreamed that they're going to win.
Yeah, I dreamed they make one.
Our best dream too,
I will talk to you off the camera. But I know we have to talk to your parents and things because, I mean, they made some sacrifice. But before I let you all go, any last closing comments?
I just want to thank the whole of the Caribbean, the region, family, Cali family, the cricket boy, my girlfriend, everybody was supporting us. Supporting us down to the last ball, everybody supported us. I hope we can make the country proud again in some part of in some aspect of the game again. And make the world proud again.
Yeah, what about you?
Well, firstly, I'd like to thank God for where I am today.
Thank God.
Thank the Caribbean for the support they're giving us up there, because we had no support. Everybody was against us. I'd like to thank my friends and family, especially Auntie Dia and Uncle Teddy, my mom and dad, and my brother. I'd like to thank Vision Boys and Queen's Park. Thank my uncles and aunts who support me right through no matter what. I'd like to thank Teddy Jr. He's my good little, like a brother to me. He supported me right through. I gave him this jersey that he wears with my name right through, no matter what. He's like 9 or 10, and he would sit down on TV and just watch me until the next morning, because it was right through. Although I wasn't playing, he still watched the game and supported me a lot. So I basically like to thank all my friends and family and everybody who supported me.
Yeah, role model.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, it was indeed a pleasure. And again, congratulate you all for a job well done. And just let you all know that cricket and books had to go together, right? And we're looking forward to seeing greater things from you all. And I know that we in the Caribbean really appreciate what you have done for us. Because it's a long time we're looking for a West Indies victory in some tournament, and you all brought it home for us. So again, we want to thank you all very much.
Thank you for having me.
We are finished with the youngsters, and we're going to let's have a short, chat with the parents to find out, that sacrifice that they have made in the lives of their children. So we're going to take a final break, and when we return, we're going to be talking to the parents of these two guys. So stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back to Scoreboard here on Accelerator Network. And joining me on set here are the fathers of the two youngsters who were on the set earlier, members of the under-19 team. We have Derek Gooley and David Kalitran.
Right.
Not the father of Alvin Kalitran,
Alvin is 65, right?
Alvin is 65?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm 50.
Yeah, all right. Gentlemen, first of all, Mr. Kalitran, the success of your son on the West Indies team, you must be a proud parent. What's your feeling? How can you describe it in words?
I'm proud. That is the feeling. I'm proud. I'm very proud that he made the West Indies team. And I heard that he was asking them about if they felt that West Indies would win.
Yeah.
I went to Bangladesh, and my feeling was always that is the dark horse in the race.
Okay. What made you
Fast bowling.
Okay. Yeah.
They had that is something they didn't have in no team.
Yes.
As
the
equivalent to them.
Yeah.
So that was the surprise, and it had plenty moisture on the wicket. The place was always cold. 12 o'clock in the day, I had to wear sweater, boy. So it was cold. So that was my thing, that they would win.
As a father, it's your duty to mold your children, right? How was it for you? When did you discover him, that he had a knack for cricket?
I wanted to play cricket, but I used to play good cricket.
Yeah.
So I didn't discover him. He self-discovered himself, and he take it from there, and I just support him.
Work with him.
Yeah, it's nothing that I discovered. I can't even remember. At the age of 5, he went to this camp in Cricket Center, got trophies, and it was an 11-year-old between 9 and 11-year-old camp, and they kept him. So after that, he started to bat, and it had a few people that said I should carry him forward, and that's what I did at that point in time.
Okay. Derek, well, I know, since I know you're a senior behind your son, with a bat and a ball, now that he has gained the success, right? You are twofold, because coach and father. What's your feeling like?
Well, I'm extremely proud of my son achieving this goal. it's something that, we have been working hard for, even from an early age. I always tell them that, you need to focus a lot on whatever you do, whether it's cricket or what, because you love football as well too.
Yeah.
But we try to stress on more on cricket and stuff. So with we always talk to them as parents, my family, and wherever we go, we would always be there with each other, because sometimes when you call and tell me, the mother will, hey, ease them up a little bit, but I tell them, I say, what I mean, it's something you need to do as a coach, because once you step on the field, I tell them, I say, listen, daddy home, you understand? Okay, it's a different thing. You need to work hard in order to achieve. And from an early age, he started playing zonal cricket, at the age of 9. And from there, we tend to look at, different avenues or where we could get him to, to lift the level, to improve. And that's why I got books. I listen to coaches from even through PowerGen and stuff like that, Got some extremely good coaches there, Clarkwood, these areas. And work with him and let him know that, at half times he would cry. I said, I said, no, I said, listen, the cry is joy, The cry now is because you don't want to. But let me bring the cry into a joy, The day when you come and you make a national team, it'll be nice. You'll see the success, you'll like it,
What advice you would like to give to your son at this present time?
I want to tell you a secret, right? This is the truth. I do not discuss cricket with him.
Okay.
If he make a duck, I don't tell him nothing. I'll give him a bounce. He make 100, I'll give him a bounce. I just concentrate and move forward. That's about it. I do not get involved in him and his cricket.
You let him do all the...
Yes, because I want to sit in that pavilion and I must not be an issue for him. So I do not discuss cricket.
Okay. What about you?
For me, I am a little bit different, because I try to be around him. And I try to lift him, because half times, you wouldn't have the best of games. And I think as a parent, if you have that bond with your child, he would look at you, he would look for you sometime on the field, because just as a coach, they would look at you and they would expect you to, sometimes I'll give him a little chat, a little bounce, just, hey, you need to focus, man, come on. You work a little harder, and whatever it is, you need to some little thing, you understand? And I that's what we do actually as parents. And my family as well do that.
Well, gentlemen, let me again say thank you very much, and let me congratulate you all for being fine parents and bringing up two, great young men and making the Caribbean proud. So
thank you very much,
I have to say thank you to you all.
Yeah, do no bad.
What's that?
Do no bad.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to tell me something in Bangladesh.
Do no bad. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, I thought you meant do no bad.
Well, that's exactly that. Yes, do no bad.
So, right. So, okay, well, in the interview, I'll say do no bad, do good.
Lovely.
Right, that's the translation.
All right.
Okay. Well, viewers, we have come to the end of another edition of Scoreboard here on Acts 25. We were talking to Kristan Kalitran and Jed Gooley, two members of the victorious West Indies under 19 team. We are still rejoicing because, it's been a long while since West Indies has really had something to really, cheer about. So we want to congratulate them again and wish them all the best. And we wanted to get Mr. Kalitran to do the Springer roll.
I will do the head roll.
Well, he will do the head roll instead. But we want to end the program with some highlights of City Sports 30-over cricket league that was opened on Sunday at Brothers Ground in Brothers Recreation Ground in Brothers Village. I think that's the name of it. Nevertheless, we want to end on that note. We want to thank you all for spending this time with us. Also remember, tonight's football match is a TT Pro League game between Club Sando and W Connection, and what a game that was. Club Sando defeating Connection for the second time. If you want to know how much goals was in that game, you've got to watch the game tonight. So stay tuned. We hope you join us next week. We have another edition of this program. Remember, if you miss any part of this program, Wednesday at 12 is the repeat. So be blessed, and we'll see you next week.
welcome to Borough's Sports facilities right here in Borough's Ground. We're here to officially open the City Sports cricket competition 30 overs. And we have two top-notch teams from right in the area here. That is Borough Sports Club and Garth Road Sports Club. So on behalf of the City Sports Committee, we'd like to congratulate both teams kicking off this competition. And we'd also like to acknowledge NGC. Yeah. We'd like to also acknowledge NGC for supporting the minor league competition. We take pride in all the young players to see their skills, to see the true character to take them to the next level. All right, so congratulations once more and good luck to both teams. All right? Yeah. Yeah, all right, let's go on to we'd like to, before we finish here, we'd like to call the two captains from the both teams. We'd like to call the two captains from the both teams. Yeah. Gentlemen, on behalf of the City Sports competition, you have been playing the City Sports Cricket League for a number of years. This is Mr. Ling here, and we'd like to hear his views on the City Sports Cricket competition.
So far over the years, this is a good league I've been playing for the past 10 years. No complaints, good results, good management, and see prizes going to be
All right, we heard from Mr. Ling, and we heard from the Borough's captain, my dear friend here, Mr. Hey, we carry the same title. All right, Mr. Ram, let's hear it from you.
Well, City Sports have been around for a long while, so we know that they normally host good competition, so we look forward to taking the title this year.
All right, well said. Before we leave here, I would like to call on my dear brother here, Mr. Rajesh, for lending us these facilities. Most likely, we will have the finals here. Okay, in Borough's ground here, right here in this environment here. Right, so I thank you very much for supporting the communities, and we look forward for better things in the future. Thank you very much. His name is Berbal. Ronald. Good luck. Right, your turn. It's looking like it's close to runs today. All right, son, how are you going? You all right, Brandon? I have a son named Brandon. All the best, man. Yeah. Anthony, all right, good name, great name. Sachin Tendulkar? I thought he was in India. All right, Brian. Well, yeah, man. Like see all the guys. Hear me? All right, all the best, man. Sook, how are you going, Sook, boy? You're cooking a soup later? All right, all the best. The Villiers? Wait. Good luck. Yeah, boy. We have the young players from, all right, Salvin themselves, huh? Yeah, please meet your acquaintance, man.
Hashim Amla.
Huh? Hashim Amla. Hashim Amla, eh? Hashim Amla. Hey, my boy here, man. Hey, listen, man. The boss himself.
Flash.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The Flash, yeah. Hey, you see this man here? Very instrumental in the Borough Sports Club. A great guy. Yeah, man. Yeah, the boss. Yeah, all the best, man. Hey, my boy here. Please meet your acquaintance.
Okay.
My boy here, great man, support Borough Sports Club for years. Yeah, great guy here, man. Okay, son, how are you? I look good. Yeah, boss. Nice to see you. Rajesh, all the best, brother. Yeah. A big man, always supports the sport. Thanks a lot. All the best, son. All the best, right? Yeah, big man. We still need it. After you. Yeah, George. And on behalf of City Sports, I would like to acknowledge ACTS Channel 25 for supporting the City Sports Cricket League from the inception of the City Sports. I remember Rodney and Mr. George Matheson, they came down in HYO Sports Club supporting the community. And one thing I'm very happy and grateful. and look, up to this day, we in 2016, we started the competition in 15 years ago. And look, Mr. Matheson here with us. Trinidad and Tobago. Big up to Action. True soldier in community development.